Let's get hardcore! Blood, pain, we're all insane. Suffer head trauma, destroy our brains. High dives, guns and knives. Nobody gets out with their lives!
Greetings and salutations, listeners. I, Eric J. Chucci, joined, as always, by an unprofessional bin to the boy.
Hey.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast. This week, we're coming at you with late information you already know. But you guys don't come here for the latest news. You come here because you love us, which you could show us by clicking that like button down below, subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment talking about how great my hair looks. Trust me, it does. And, I don't know, see some of them links in the description. Go clicking. Maybe magic will happen.
You never know. Yeah, this is about Comic-Con, which we could have made a podcast on last week, but we didn't. We made a podcast on a different thing last week, so we're making it this week. I forced Spork to watch a bunch of Comic-Con trailers that I thought were cool. He showed me one he thought was cool, and now we're going to talk about them. There.
This is the San Diego Comic-Con. The year of our Lord Cthulhu, stardate 2016.
Yes, I suppose we have to... There's a whole lot of qualifiers you have to add to Comic-Con now.
Mm-hmm. The people there were Amy Anthony, Andrew Anthony. I'm done with this bit.
I was going to wait. I was going to see how committed you were.
Not. I got a plate of rice, well, a bowl of rice here that's just cooling the fuck off. I can smell them sweet, sweet teriyaki odors, and I kind of want to eat it, but...
Can't do that while we's talking.
Well, I could, but...
Only unprofessional bins eat on the podcast.
It's also way too hot, so...
So, well, what trailer do you want to talk about first? Is there anyone that caught your eye? Anything you want to bring up first that happened at the San Diego Comic-Con?
I was not really impressed by most of those trailers.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Like, what was the problem? Because I liked most of them, to be honest. I really especially liked the Justice League trailer.
Yeah, I just, like, I think not impressed is possibly the best phrase there. Because I'm not, like, I didn't see them and went, oh, that looks like shit. But like, it's more just like, no, yeah, dear God. It's more just I see it and go, I don't care. I will say that I really like the Wonder Woman trailer. That looks like it's probably decent.
Yeah, Wonder Woman looks good. All right, can I just take a quick aside to mention how happy I am that Wonder Woman looks good?
Yeah, jeez.
I'm so fucking pleased that Wonder Woman looks good and that Zack Snyder didn't get his dirty mitts on it. His dirty superhero-hating mitts.
Zack Snyder needs to take a break from superhero movies and go wash his hands.
Because of the dirty mitts.
Yeah.
And also I'm so glad at how good the Justice League trailer does look. Because it doesn't look perfect. Someone I follow on the internet described it as baby's first Marvel movie. And
I've seen that assessment from a couple of sources.
And also, I mean, yeah, that sums it up. I mean, it seems a lot more fun. There's a lot more joy. Let me just go ahead and sum up my opinion. I fucking like Marvel movies so good. Why is that a bad thing? Why is them doing the same thing that's already working a bad thing? I don't understand.
The places I've looked, I don't necessarily know that that's the implication. It's just, look at you guys. You're trying. You are trying to ride.
By God, at least they're trying now.
Sure.
At least they're not being the contrarian fedora-wearing neckbeard who is like, no, I'm going to make this serious art film. Talking to you, Zach. I know you own a fedora. I know you do.
I'm sure he does. But, Zack Snyder. I miss 2010. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't like Batfleck. He's not the worst Batman ever, but I don't care for him.
Well, you haven't seen him in a movie yet, so I don't know if that's a fair assessment to make.
I mean, yeah, no, but I've seen him in the trailers, and, like, that's not 100%, but... like, if you're not giving me a decent Batman or even a decent Bruce Wayne in your trailer, but he is secretly there in the movie, I don't know if you're doing a trailer right.
Oh, no, I think that's probably true. The trailer was good for like, a DC trailer, but I don't think it was that good a trailer. It seemed very fun, and I don't know that the movie they're making is very fun.
And I'm glad to see that.
They at least know how to read a room.
Well, no, that Khal Drogo has work. I was trying to think of his actual name, but
Jason Momoa.
thank you. All my brain came up with was Khal Drogo. Honestly, I'm glad he has work, and I'm glad he has like big name work. I don't care about this.
I want Aquaman to be good.
I don't care about this Aquaman.
Look, genuinely, I think Jason Momoa is a great actor. I think he has a lot of depth, a lot of range, and some of his indie movie work is actually really, really good. And I really hope Aquaman's good, because if not, he's going to movie jail for a long, long time.
And I'm a little concerned because so far all he's done is stand around and snarl at Batman snarking at him.
Which, to be fair, he is good at stand and snarl.
Sure.
That's a go-to move in his wheelhouse. But like Road to Paloma, genuinely, all right, the end of that movie is actually super depressing. I'm gonna get that right out front. But the movie itself is really, really good.
I have mixed feelings on The Flash.
Why is that Barry Allen?
That's basically my mixed feelings. Yeah, that's great. That's a great Flash. Not a good Barry.
I guess it's like a slightly further down the Asperger's path version of the CW's Barry.
Yeah.
Who's much more modern and nerdy than the very, like, pretty self-assured Barry Allen that comic book fans might be more used to. But he's very, like, snarky and jokey, but I suppose not. What we heard him wasn't really. He was just weird and awkward. And I guess that's kind of what they're going for.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. It had Cyborg.
Yeah, had Cyborg.
That, so
A+ has Cyborg.
Yeah, he looks pretty good too.
Yeah, they didn't. It would have been real easy to fuck that up.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good marriage of comic book costume and movie stuff.
I saw the last, I believe it's the final trailer for Suicide Squad.
I might have seen it. I've seen
movie
so
still
many
looks
of
good.
them.
Movie still looks good, and I think I've seen about half of it at this point. Movie
I
still
keep
looks good.
expecting them to drop another like bad Joker bomb, and no, they're not getting any worse than the first one. So,
look, I don't expect Jared Leto's, please God, Jared Leto's Jason Todd performance to be that good.
Hey, his Jason Todd performance is fine.
Honestly, his Jason Todd performance would be fucking amazing. It would be groundbreakingly brilliant.
Yeah,
if Jason.
If that's the twist, fucking kudos. If it's not, God damn it.
Like if the twist is that it's Jason, and it's been Jason the whole movie, it's Jason, and then Willem Dafoe comes in and he's the real Joker at the end, you'll have my little nerd heart, and I'll buy all your stupid, dumb Batman vs. Superman movies. No joke. If that's the twist, I'm going back and buying a copy of Batman vs. Superman on Blu-ray.
So, speaking of older actors who are playing unexpected characters, we finally found out who Kiefer Sutherland's playing in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, isn't he playing Star-Lord's dad?
No! Ego, the Living Planet.
I have not been keeping up with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and now I feel like that was a mistake?
They haven't released the trailers to the public yet, so we can't watch it.
No, is it Kurt Russell?
Or Kurt Russell, I'm sorry. Those guys in my head occupy a very similar space because of Solid Snake. Well, Big Boss. But, like when they cast... when they cast
Is David Hayter in that same sphere then?
Well, no. David Hayter's not there. But when they cast him, I was like, oh yeah, that's who they're casting. And it turned out to be the other guy. And I was like, that's not as good. Or I might just be talking out of my ass and just said the wrong name. I don't have a list in front of me, so it's not like when we do the WWE show and we can look at the matches and go, yeah, information. Because just in case you guys weren't aware, you get to a nice neutral place. That's what happens when I go navigating the internet while we're podcasting. So
you don't hear much of that. That's why we have our cell phones
Yeah,
on us usually.
And that's usually just, boy, I like to let it ride. That lets me be wrong. And we admit we're wrong. We accept that and we move on. It's just a lesson out there for you, listener.
Just gonna put a little "the more you know" star across the screen. No, you don't put that much effort into editing the show.
Fuck no. Dude, I was listening to an old podcast of ours, and I mean, it was mentioned in the comments, but there was literally like 2 minutes where I fucking sneezed my head off, and then you were like, "Are you okay, man? Should we stop?" And I was like, "Nah, I'll edit this out later." And then I blew my nose. And then I said, "Okay, now I'm gonna make a really loud noise so that I know where to edit, so I see it on the waveform." So there was silence, and I went, "Bah!" And then we continued podcasting. At the time, I was super embarrassed, but now looking back at it, I'm like, this is gold.
Parting the veil with the Two Nerds podcast. That's
Shit.
fucking glorious, man.
So yeah, I'm not too looking forward to the Justice League. I mean, like, I might see it. It doesn't look hateful. It's not.
Look, unless they fuck it up real bad from here, that trailer was good enough to get me into a theater.
Yeah, it's just not grabbing my gonads. That's all.
That's fair. That's fair.
Same thing with Doctor Strange. I just like.
I like Binglebert Slapty Batch, so.
Well, above and beyond that, I don't care for his American accent. That's not something I expected. But
what? Doctor Strange to be American?
No, for me to not care for. I've forgotten the man's name. I've gone too far down the meme hole.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Clearly.
Fritz Benoit.
Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't care for his American accent. Like, I figured Dr. House at the worst, and it's not.
I want to hear a little bit more of it.
Yeah, me too. But, like, the fact that he talked so little in that trailer doesn't bode well.
He's a good actor. I think he can pull it off. I believe in him.
But mostly what I'm not interested in, they actually are making his origin seem interesting, which is, the gripe I had before, but now... So, I know you're not supposed to mention better podcasts in your podcast.
Just like you're not supposed to mention better music during your music, and don't mention better comedians during your act.
Or better movies in your movie. But I was listening to the Co-Optional podcast the other day, and this is a theory I hold in general, but also came from the lips of video game media god Total Biscuit. When he mentioned that...
many things go on for years.
Well, yes, my favorite Total Biscuit meme. No, he mentioned that he really hates how, in specific, he was talking about gamers and Overwatch and Battleborn, but he really hates how people who are just media, fans, nerds, what have you, will categorize something really hard based on an incomplete picture and then write it off as such. Like happened between Overwatch and Battleborn. Battleborn was a different game with different problems.
Dude, he's so amazingly salty about that.
He is. And while I don't agree with him to the degree that he feels strongly about it, I do agree that it's unfair to do that to a lot of media. I think it blasts things for reasons that don't deserve to be blasted. However, I say that because I'm about to say something that goes against that, and it makes me feel bad. Because I do agree that that's bad. I don't want to watch Inception again.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah, but that's all I could think of when I saw those effects. It wasn't awesome. Doctor Strange is doing cool shit. It was Inception with a cool guy in a cape.
Yeah, that's literally all you're doing.
I know, and I'm 100%. But that's not what I come to see Doctor Strange for. I don't come to see cities folding into each other. I wanted to cast a fucking spell and shoot a magic out. There were
the mandalas. He had the spinny, glowy mandalas on his hands, and that's clearly the third act.
No, you're not wrong. I just there's so much about this specific movie that I'm like, yeah, it should be good, and then it's like, I don't know, buddy, maybe lower those standards a bit. And I go, oh.
Well, honestly speaking, for you being the kind of person you are, lowering your standards can only help you.
Sure.
Because you have the most severe case of hype backlash I have ever seen in a real life person.
And I already try to mitigate it really hard.
If you have any expectation for a thing and it does not meet 100% of them, you hate it.
But the funny thing is, it doesn't have to work too hard to meet that in most circumstances. Case in point, the Ninja Turtles movies over the last couple of years.
I feel like that's a case of you setting the right expectations.
And maybe, and to that extent, maybe the trailer set the right expectations. I saw those trailers and I went, all right, sold. You have given me a bill of goods, and you have delivered in excess of that bill of goods.
You gave me stupid, dumb, loves its source material, and loves its fans action. You have delivered on all those things. Good job.
Yeah, better than expected.
And to that extent, Doctor Strange is giving you...
Batman Begins plus Inception with Doctor Strange in it. And I go, I don't know if I want that.
And you can go forward knowing that. I know I do want that.
Well, good God, I'm sure you do. And look, Inception was a good movie.
So fucking good, dude.
And Batman Begins wasn't bad. I know I'm in the minority there, but I didn't hate it. I just don't really want to watch it again. The same thing with Inception. I actually liked Inception. I just don't have any reason to watch it again.
Well, Inception's a magic trick.
Yes, exactly. And once you've seen how the trick works, why go back and unless you're going to try to do it for yourself? And I'm going to clue you guys in on a little secret here. I do not have the kind of money to be making that movie. Unless you want to donate to my Patreon.
Significantly a lot of money. So, that's fair. Well, what about the Netflix series? Those tend to go over well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to them all. I dug the Luke Cage trailer. That's Luke Cage. It was Luke Cage when he was in Jessica Jones. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Sold.
10%. Yeah, it's good.
Sold.
You did your job. keep on keeping on, Marvel.
There's an Iron Fist teaser, but it's a teaser.
I saw a screen cap of it. It looks fine.
It's a teaser. There's not much there. It reveals kind of how they're doing the origin story, and that he's gonna be in New York and dressed like a hippie, and he's gonna have a beard.
Okay, that's fine.
He'll probably shave the beard and put on the costume.
I think the shot I saw was...
one of the things I like about the fucking Marvel television series. They're a television series, but they're willing to put people in the fucking costume.
Speaking of which, they're doing Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and nothing has ever made me more interested in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever.
I imagine it's next season.
Yeah, it's the current Ghost Rider in comics, the one with a car, which is a nice car. I prefer motorcycle Ghost Rider.
Motorcycle, please.
Yeah, but it's a different guy.
As an example of something that will get your goat, because it got mine, and I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm on their side, okay? I've fucking suffered for this show through the first half of the first season, which is pretty garb. But...
Can I interrupt you before you make your point? Are you able to hold on to it?
Yeah.
I just want you to know, Internet, that I find the names of most of those characters ridiculous enough. Not like too ridiculous, but just ridiculous enough that I was trying to remember them, and all I could summon up were names of YouTubers.
Just like Jacksepticeye.
Well, I was like, okay, yeah, that's that show. I like Agent Coulson, but I don't like Matt Pat or Youngtown. I have no real feelings on Matt Pat and Youngtown. But like those are the names that came to my head, and I'm like, that's not their names.
Whereas
Kyros and Ward, no, that's Final Fantasy.
Ward is right. Ward is one.
Oh, okay, that's why I was led down that path. And then there's Agent Gobbledygook, which is two agents, one named Gobbledy, the other named Gook. Agent
Fitzsimmons is how they're referred to in the first season. It's a joke.
I understand the joke. Because
Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons. Mm-hmm. They're the two most sweet cinnamon rolls, and I'll fucking cut you.
I prefer J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson.
I do too.
He would have improved that show 10,000-fold.
Speaking of, again, just another complete aside, but I want to go back. I'll make the just as important, then I'll get back to that aside. They did the Inhumans.
I almost forgot to be hype about that.
And it was actually pretty well done. It was a cool Inhuman storyline. They've done it for like 3 seasons now, different versions. It's not really the Inhumans. There's no like fancy moon base. Black Bolt isn't around, but give it time.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be in Defenders, isn't he?
No.
No.
But give it time. I'm sure they'll get there. Here's the problem. Put them in the fucking costumes. Listen here, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm on your side. But you put the fucking Inhumans in the fucking costumes. You understand me?
I think I was thinking of Marvel Heroes.
Reaching the end of my patience, motherfucker. You got Quake. Quake has a costume. Put her fucking in it. Do it. Anyway.
Now your tangent.
My tangent. Spectacular Spider-Man. The Spectacular Spider-Man mid-2000s series. I don't remember, like, maybe 2008, 2009.
Oh, yeah, you've been watching that lately.
I've been watching it, and it's the best Spider-Man cartoon. absolutely, hands down, the best Spider-Man cartoon that I've seen, and I've watched most of them. It's so absurdly good.
Yeah.
And it only got 2 seasons, which is a travesty, and I never knew about it until I just sort of stumbled upon it. And it's so tragic that it only got 2 seasons, because it's actually really, really good.
You know, MTV is bringing back a bunch of their TV shows. They're changing VH1 Classic ripping pieces to MTV Classic.
Yeah, with like Daria and Beavis and Butthead.
The question on the tip of everyone's lips is, does Daria have the original music?
If it does, we're watching that shit.
If it does, I will find a way to track that down, because like it's not
the original
much,
music is like is a part of the show.
but yeah, it's so much better. Like that part of the show, those interstitials just feel more of the era, and that's a show that's so much of the era that it. Anyway, it's got a lot of good animation that got cut off before its prime, like Clone High and shit like that. So check it out if you have cable.
What I was going to say is the Jonah in that show is really good because he's doing like cartoon hyped up version of J.K. Simmons.
Perfect. I think he redefined the role. I think he is the animated series Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he's just...
J.K. Simmons is just, oh, thank you for this perfect J. Jonah Jameson, and you shall be him from here on out.
You are now J. Jonah Jameson. Everyone else who is J. Jonah Jameson will be doing you. Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Yep.
J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson. A lot of J's in that.
Yeah.
And fucking Mr. Freeze, Heart of Ice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These are just transformative roles that
Definitely.
change the character permanently on such an elemental level that you can never go back.
Agreed. What other trailers did we see? I just watched most of them, so I can't believe I can't remember them. But
it was mostly. I think we talked about Justice League. We talked about the Wonder Woman trailer. Not much, but that's just because it's good. Like we didn't talk about it much because it's just good. It's good. Wonder Woman kicks ass.
Yeah, it looks good.
Wonder Woman kicks ass. Lassos motherfuckers. Kicks more ass. Lassos more motherfuckers.
There's
Is
a couple
sassy.
of decent one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all I want out of my Wonder Woman.
But is like straight man sassy.
Yeah.
Like she's saying a sassy line, but she means it though.
And I think the choreography is really good. The choreography looks like Wonder Woman.
She's very fast and like...
And hard.
Yeah, like...
Like she fights like Chun-Li.
Yeah. She fights like someone who knows how to beat your ass.
That's a problem I have with Wonder Woman in the fighting game. Check out what I'm doing there. Is that I don't feel like she fights like Wonder Woman. She feels like she fights like somebody.
She's not... There's not enough impact to her moves. There's not enough... She's very... Because she's floating, she's too floaty.
Right. Now that being said, we've got a new Injustice coming out. It already looks good.
It really does.
But they revealed 2 new characters for Injustice, Wonder Woman being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, I'll let you do the honors.
You guys. Alright, so I just talked about how I really like Spider-Man and how I watch most of the Spider-Man cartoons to see if they're any good. By the way, Ultimate Spider-Man, kind of garbage. So let me talk to you just for a minute about DC Spider-Man, otherwise known as the third Blue Beetle. Technically it's Jaime Reyes, but listen, motherfucker, I read Jamie. His name's Jamie. It's always going to be Jamie. We're going to move on.
If you don't agree, post in the comments why.
Because I'm wrong. I admit that I'm wrong, but I don't care. I'm saying it Jamie. I'll say it Jamie and Mimi. It's fine, okay? But Jamie Reyes, the third Blue Beetle, one of my actual favorite DC secondary heroes. Like, Jamie Reyes, Blue Beetle being in the second season of Young Justice is half the reason I watched Young Justice. Fully half the reason I watched Young Justice was to get to him in the second season. I'm not even joking.
On my end, they gave me Gorilla Grodd and Atrocitus a while ago, so, like, if you added Swamp Thing to that, you have my money.
Look, they've already got our money.
Well, yeah, sure, but
We're pre-ordering this
if
fucking
you added
thing,
Swamp Thing to that, you have, I don't know, my jisms?
because we already like the Injustice games.
Yeah, it was fun.
NetherRealm's really good at them.
NetherRealm is just a good studio. They've turned themselves around so much from the last generations of Mortal Kombat games.
And NetherRealm is just really good at Injustice games. They're really good fighting games. They're well balanced. They're well made. They're fun. And the fucking character, the roster list, you guys. The roster list is so... I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I am 1,000,000% hype. Also, I think maybe the armor thing might make it a little better for me, because, ironically, in Injustice Gods Among Us, I hate playing Batman. I hate him. His mechanics, I hate them. I hate them. Lex Luthor's mechanics are way better.
I'm hoping they still give me my horror movie fighting game. Look, Mortal Kombat has already most of the characters.
Just like add 6 more.
Yeah, and put them in their own game.
We'll buy it.
I will definitely buy it. Also remake Mace the Dark Age, please. I'm pretty sure you guys have the license.
Just any more questions?
I followed that paper trail down. It's like, Mace the Dark Age is very important to me.
Yeah, no, we know. This is not the first time I or the listener have been extolled upon the virtues of Mace the Dark Age.
Yeah, no, it was an underrated game, literally. Like, I remember reading the ratings at the time and going,
no, these are wrong.
You guys are stupid. What games are you playing?
Biofreaks.
Nah, Biofreaks got blasted. Biofreaks was bad.
I had Biofreaks as a kid.
It was fun.
Before I knew what bad games were.
Yeah, same.
Oh boy, it was bad. But I beat that fucking game. I think we talked about most of them.
It seems like there was another game I wanted to mention.
Oh, the Final Fantasy thing.
No, above and beyond that, I think there was another game I wanted to mention. But I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, Final Fantasy. I did not realize they had a movie coming with this. I knew they were doing a whole package of shit.
But one of the package things is just a full feature-length film?
And it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool and fun. I want to watch it.
Like, I've seen that trailer in front of a bunch of YouTube videos. I assumed it was for the game. Like, some part of the game that hadn't been revealed yet. And,
turns out it was for a prequel to the game movie.
Like, okay, so...
Which is coming out first, so I guess the movie is actually just the sequel. Or the game is the sequel to the movie.
Well, it's a big franchise deployment. They've been planning this for years.
This is their big coming out party.
Well, and I mean, like, they had so many missteps. In brief...
Final Fantasy 13.
Well, no, that's... Yeah,
come
actually,
on, man.
yes. No. I'm not laughing because it's true. The last few games, 13, 10-2, shit like that, the guys who were in charge of that are not in charge of shit anymore. New people took over that part of Square Enix.
Good, because those guys were bad.
Yeah, and they want to do innovative things that aren't exactly like the old Final Fantasies, which, you know, tears to mine eye, but whatever. So long as your game's good, I don't care. And
yeah, because I play lots of games that aren't Final Fantasy, okay?
Yeah.
I'll play yours too.
Like, seeing the images at first, seeing those classic Final Fantasy monsters redesigned for a modern era, seeing fucking Ultros in the trailer for...
Because that was just straight up Ultros.
Oh my god, it was straight up Ultros. Seeing him in the trailer for, you know, the movie was, like, you know, it's an amazing moment. You know, I had a chance to sit down with the demo, finally, for 15, and it plays well. It plays kind of like Kingdom Hearts, and I like Kingdom Hearts just fine.
I never played Kingdom Hearts because I found the premise too goddamn stupid.
It's, you gotta kind of swallow a pill at first, and then go forward. But I think it might be a bit too whimsical for you.
I'm not a whimsical.
No.
In case that wasn't clear, based on our long experience with each other, listener, I'm not a whimsical person.
Well, you like save up all your potential whimsy and then unload it when we actually go to Disney World, and then you're spent.
You guys, like, if you listener, I feel like you know me at this point, or at least the version of myself I'm willing to put on the internet.
That version has a much bigger penis.
Just the size of a couch. But I feel like they would all be very surprised to see me when I'm in Disney World.
Yeah.
And I'm just this fucking happy little gremlin. Just hopping around, eating food, enjoying the sights, with all the happy people who I'm not mad to be around because we're all at Disney and everyone's having a good time.
Yep. It's transformative. But, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. Like, I've been wronged by Square Enix too many times. So, I'm still on the fence, like...
There's no trust.
Yeah.
But there's hope.
Yeah, I'm actually going to... Well, see, there's not hope, or Vanille, or any of those twits. So, that makes it better. You didn't even know you walked into that pun. Bam!
I am slain. I am defeated. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else to cover.
I swear there was some.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the reason I keep bringing it up. It's not just to delay the podcast and ruin the ending like I so love to do.
right, yeah.
It's because I could swear there was something else we were fucking talking about.
I know they got that Kong movie. I didn't see the trailer for that. I might watch it. I might not.
I didn't watch the first one. I didn't give a fuck.
It was okay.
It's a big monkey. It's a big monkey. He eventually gonna fight a big lizard. But we all know he's eventually gonna fight a big lizard. Just do that. Just do that. It's fine. Just do it.
Yeah, they got to reinsert him into the public consciousness, or at least corporations feel like they need to reinsert him into the public consciousness.
Because you don't. He's fucking King Kong.
Yeah, everyone knows who King Kong is.
You don't need to do Batman's origin story.
He's that guy who fights Mario.
I'll throw this pin at you.
He breathes fire and he can have some Princess Daisy.
All right. So anyway, you don't need to do Batman's origin story. You don't need to do Spider-Man's origin story. Everyone knows Uncle Ben is dead. Everyone knows who the fuck King Kong is.
Did that news break at Comic-Con that we have the Vulture in Homecoming and he's being played by Batman? Michael Keaton, that is to say.
Michael Keaton, more so, not just Batman, Birdman.
Like, I'm psyched. First of all, I love the Vulture. Second of all,
Adrian Toomes. Vulture's a big villain in Spectacular Spider-Man, actually.
look, okay, so we have Michael Keaton, and he's a little older.
He just played Birdman, though.
Sure, but we also have this young hot Aunt May. Well, young as in her 50s.
Young as in not a goddamn mummy.
Not a mummy.
Which I don't understand. Oh man, Aunt May's so young, it's weird. No, she's just not a mummy.
Look,
She's
whatever.
not 87 years old.
If Vulture
She's
tries
not
to get
great, Aunt May.
If Vulture tries to get with Aunt May, it was one of my favorite storylines when I was reading the comics when I was a kid. You guys have taken my heart and given it one good cuddle, because that is some.
I don't care. Even if it's just like less interaction than she had with RDJ. Just like.
I'll take a wink and like a smirk and her going, oh.
Like as he's.
And Spidey's like, she's beating the shit out of me. Come on.
No, it's like before when there's like you introduce Adrian Toomes, Dr. Adrian Toomes. He's
Sure.
like a scientist who's helping Peter Parker do a thing, and he like picks him up. He's like takes on the Norman Osborn sort of mentor role, and like picks him up and like it's like, hey, no, come on, let's go do some science together. It'll be great. Hey, nice to meet you, ma'am. Like kisses the hand, winks, and rather than looking weirded out, she like goes, and then Peter has that weirded out moment.
Yeah, that's
because the only reason he's working with working with Toomes is because he's already pretty sure the guy's sketchy.
Well, that'd be an interesting parallel as well with Norman Osborn, because then he and Vulture would be most interested in matters of the. You guys don't get that. I mean, you get that, but not as deeply as he gets it. This has been a running joke since we've met.
And
anytime he brings up Norman Osborn, at some point, and if you watch his face while the conversation goes on, it goes from like, maybe this will be the time he doesn't do it. Just slowly.
It's always the time.
Yeah, it's slow resignation, and then I start the spiel, and he like mentally follows to the end of it, and is like, "Just kill me now, end my life." Every time, I love it.
I'm tired. Everything's better when nerds talk about it.
Willem Dafoe as Mott T, that'd be pretty good too.
I'll give you